Yeah, it's rich in bubbly goodness.
Do you remember when you lost your passion for this work?
I invited another friend. I hope that's okay.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to my channel. I'm Reina Creole, bringing you that spice to sci-fi and pop culture analysis. And welcome to my lunch table show, where the Fandom Menace gets together and we just chat, find some new friends, hang out, and just generally just have a good time getting together and just enjoying the lunchtime. So with that, speaking of lunchtime and speaking food.
What the hell is that supposed to mean?
Wait a minute. Sailor
Wait.
Moon? You stole my compact, heifer. I want it back.
I don't think so. Wait, hold on. Now you just ruined everything I was going to do. Fat joke? Really? A fat joke.
Oh,
Speaking
no,
of food, here comes the obese
food.
master himself. Master of the buffet. Mimi buffet. Oh, fuck. I messed that up already. Faux fum. B5 faux fum. I can't have any English today with my bun.
Oh, it'll come back to you. Good morning. So how are you? It's a good morning. It's a pretty good morning.
It's been an interesting morning. I got my severance today, and I'm missing $200 from it.
Oh, hell no.
Oh, hell yes. Yeah, it's like the trifecta of weirdness today. But I'm not letting it affect me. I still sound happy. I took the broom out of my butt, so everything's kind of calm, collected. Okay. How are you doing in your winter weather and t-shirt?
I'm doing pretty good. It's not as cold today. Spent most of my day dealing with Sybase issues at work. Sybase, which is a geriatric database system with too much stuff runs on these days.
So in other words, you're doing the work for other people because they are on vacation?
No, I'm just doing it because I'm being proactive in some old ass system that somehow we've taken over and want to update. I gotta.
You look so excited when you said that. You're like, I love it.
Who can be excited about old ass geriatric technology? But anyway.
Okay, from one IT to another, what would be more exciting? Doing or converting IP addresses to binary and then back to hexadecimal, then back to IP addresses?
Depends on how bad the Sybase issue is.
Wow. So you actually prefer binary conversion over that?
I would do it depending on how bad. If it's a small little Sybase thing, I think we probably are. Okay, we're nerding
out. You're doing good. You're happy. We have a great guest today.
Thank you for all of you guys here. I'm actually better mood after watching the Disney investor call that went on yesterday. But enough about that. Yeah, we have a guest that's coming on who I was very fortunate to be on his stream for Harry Potter, which was really fun. He's one of those people who is extremely knowledgeable about movies, and not only just about movies themselves, but analyzing and contrasting movies together. So I absolutely love that. So he's amazing. So we're going to bring him on. Please welcome to the show, Orange Hat Reviews. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Get a haircut.
I'm doing good. Glad you could join us.
Thank you.
You look very excited to be here with that monotone. Thank you.
It's Northern Adirondacks. We do that.
Okay. He's excited.
I am. I really am. Thank you.
Absolutely. Yeah. I'm so glad to have you here, dude. So let me welcome the chat really quick for you folks that are coming filing in. We're with Orange Hat Reviews as our special guest today on the panel, and I have 2 super chats. So let me get to those really quick. We have the Rookie Critic. Thank you for $2. Says, and what are you having for lunch? I haven't had lunch yet. What about you guys?
I just finished off my 3 cups of coffee and. I'm currently cooking the blood of my victims. That's what's going to be for lunch today. Blood of my victim soup. That's what I'm going with.
I haven't had lunch yet. I have a late lunch, usually.
You sound like me. I usually have a late lunch too. And another $2 from Rookie Critic says, "Can I get your autograph, Fat Steven Seagal? Can I get your fat autograph, Seagal with jelly?"
How's with the fat jokes today?
Dude, you literally have a bucket of KFC next to you.
I didn't put it there. It just popped up. But like he sounds like in a good mood. Let's make him look obese. Let's do it now.
I heard there's a KFC mini movie coming out on Lifetime. I can't wait to see it.
No, don't do that to me. I forgot about it. No. Yeah, there is. There's literally
there is.
AC Slater is going to be playing Colonel Sanders in a love story.
It's so cheesy.
Wait, who?
I can't wait to watch it.
AC Slater
From Saved by the Bell.
God,
they even put weird white crap in his beard and mustache and everything.
Mm-hmm.
That just does not sound right.
No, it doesn't.
Sure
On any level.
There's a scene where he actually starts. He puts on his wrestling onesie and starts wrestling a giant drumstick to the ground for the special spices.
Oh, I'm down with that. Hey, Shadrazar says Guten Morgen. We're going through all the languages. Bonjour.
That's German.
We have Diablo Dame that says Happy Friday. Happy Friday to you, Diablo Dame. So glad that you are here. And Karen Prime, who says Namaste, peeps lurking as finally back working after the second lockdown. I am so glad you are working, my dear. I really am.
Frohe Weihnachten to the chat, which means I think Merry Christmas in German. I'm not very good what my grandmother taught me.
Weihnachten?
Frohe
Yes, I do
Weihnachten.
remember hearing that. I was over in Germany. Actually, I went there twice, and I went to the Christmas market and drank a whole lot of glue wine. That was fun. That was way too much fun. Hey, Positive Candor says hello, everyone. Theme Park Casual says, hey, y'all. Hey, all. I said, y'all. Hey, all. Good to see you, Theme Park Casual. Sakurat 315 says, howdy, Reina Creole. And we have a $5 super chat from Mad Mortigan. Hey, Lorena, orange hat, and the fat one. Speaking of fat, hey, Steven, are you having to stand once you broke your chair? Have you ever stood up?
Okay, first of all, the armrest broke because it's a one-piece plastic mold. And this is coming from the guy who sits on a stool with training wheels. You don't get to talk to me, Mad, like that. I have discourse.
Well, thank you for the super chat, man. I'm gonna have to give Stat Steven a cut.
He is, because this is ridiculous. Like, I make more money off fat jokes than I do off normal compliments.
Hey, Runner, glad you are here. He says, hey guys. And speaking of hey guys, here's Jane. Says, hey, glad you are here,
Always
Jane. You mess with the chicken, you're gonna get fried. Of course. And let's see who else we have here. I think we are caught up. Yes, I know. I saw that, and shamelessly, I almost downloaded it. I'm so serious.
I had one quick thing to ask. I just totally forgot what it was.
Oh, it'll come back to you. What is it? You're not missing leggings, are you?
No, I'm not missing leggings. Not yet. No.
Okay. Positive Candor, Loki Tier B series is what I am most excited about. Yeah, if we have time, we're going to get into some of the Marvel stuff. Actually, I'm interested in that as well. More interested about it since I saw the new trailer, because before then I was kind of like, not really too interested. Need a fat tip jar.
But there is one. It's actually there is one. There is a fat tip jar. It's called Feed Steven a Nugget. I just don't post it as much because at the end of the day, it's still Lorena's channel, and she needs the support from people like you. I'm just the guy who gets mocked to the point of Weight Watchers points being sold on eBay.
Welcome, Colin P. Smith. And a $4.99 super chat from Latino Slant. Gracias, Polly. Thank you. He says, buenos dias, Reina. Cassian por vida. Hashtag fat nugget. Yeah, y'all like that Cassian Andor line, don't you? You know what? This is actually a good point for me to bring up, folks. If you love Disney Star Wars, that's great. If you don't like it, that's great too. At the end of the day, we're all fans. All right. So I just want to put that out there. Even though Cassian Andor, that whole plot line puts me to sleep, I hope they blow it up and make it a good show if they bring it to fruition.
Oh, that was my question. Did any of you see the new Batwoman trailer?
Nope.
Oh, it's
I
so
wish
bad.
I hadn't. I wish I hadn't.
Is it true they changed the mannequin in the Batcave to a black mannequin
I
from a
think
white mannequin?
I think
Oh
they
my
did.
God, that's just
Hi, Mary's Game
Wow.
Room. So good to see you. Haven't seen you in a while. She says, good afternoon, Reina Creole. For some reason, I want to think it's evening all day. Hayden Christensen and Kenobi. Yeah, I'm conflicted about that, but we'll let Orange Hat Reviews get into that.
Mhm.
Who is Cassio? You have to go back and watch Rogue One. I've only watched it one time, and that was enough for me. But some folks absolutely loved it. But I will watch that before I will watch the sequel trilogy movies. But anyway, enough of that. So let's see. We have 15 people watching. Thank you so much, guys. Please do hit that like button and share the stream. Our guest today with us is Orange Hat Reviews. And Orange Hat, we always have to ask the requisite question to start with. No problem, Mary. What are your memories of lunch at school?
Oh, yeah.
My memories of lunch at school. Sitting alone. I was not one of the popular ones. Sitting alone, basically having a little bit of the food here and there, always getting enough money for at least a chocolate milk and maybe an ice cream. I always liked looking on the stage because the cafeteria also is the place where they did all of their stage stuff. And that was always fun. I mean, it was pretty regular for me, but it was just basically time to eat food, maybe catch up on a little work, and not attract any teacher's attention to get in trouble. Because sometimes I actually did flick the occasional pee.
At the teacher?
No, at some of the students that, were rather not nice, shall we say.
Oh, I was in the same boat. Obnoxious little punks there right now, probably wearing a stained shirt somewhere in the basement, wondering when the next overtime is. I'm sorry. That's the way I look at it. Right? Yeah, you're like, I know those people too.
Oh, yeah, I do.
Yeah. I knew some of them who, unfortunately, I had to interact with from time to time. And didn't like it. It's like sitting with not sitting with, because I didn't really like sitting with them at lunch. Having to interact with the mean girls just because you knew the same freaking people.
Yeah. But you turned out great. Look at you, Lorena. You're successful. You've worked for NASA. You're hosting your own show. You haven't sent the jocks to beat us up yet. So we're doing okay.
Exactly.
I would never send the jocks to beat anyone up. I have tied their shoes together when they weren't looking.
Oh my God.
I have done
there you go.
That.
Hashtag Velcro.
Yeah. So I have done that, especially when they're mean to some of my nerd friends.
I have done that during gym class when it was shoeless days, when we were going on to like platforms and stuff. Yeah, I would always be the last one out of the locker room.
Yeah.
And yeah, it was because I was knotting all of the other kids' shoes together.
Oh, dude.
But I even knotted mine so I wouldn't get in trouble. I just knew how to get my knot out.
I did it kind of different. I would, if they wore belts, I would switch all the belts to different pairs of pants, and then I'd go back out to gym class. So they'd all put on their pants going, what the hell's wrong with my belt? Because the one fat guy, right? He'd be like, I can't get this belt to work. Because it'd be like a size 28, and he'd be like a 36 waist. It was the best ever. So it was like him trying to fight. Yeah, you've seen those videos. They're trying to put pants on, right? It's like the War of the Worlds. Yeah, War of the Belt Loops.
Oh my goodness.
A horrible person.
Oh, well, folks, let's see. We have, oh my gosh, so we have 14 people watching. So yeah, so Orange Hat, what made you decide to start a YouTube channel?
Actually, it was slow going because after I got down, or moved back to my hometown, it's like I then started discovering people in the fandom menace. Jesse, Odin, Jeremy, and the other bigger names. And I caught onto Odin's channel, and I'm like, this is something that I actually really like doing because I'm a movie person. This is the stuff that I really like talking about. I really like talking about the movies, the behind the scenes, the stories that go into the movies and whatnot. And so it's like, you know what? After I saw Odin's channel for a few times, it's like, I really want to get my own channel going. And I'm looking around my room and I'm like, well, it's going to be a review channel, Orange Hat Reviews. And I saw my orange hat. This was during the summer of spring of 2019, just as winter was going away. So I often have a lot of people asking me, what's the story behind the orange hat? And I simply tell them, there's not really a story behind it. I just needed a winter hat. I live in a hunting community. I went to my local Stewart's and bought a hat. That was it. That's the story behind the hat. But so I see the hat and I'm like, orange hat review has a ring to it. Maybe it might stick. And it has since.
It's interesting how stuff like that happens, you know. For you, it's just, you know, I just decided to put it on and it's just as simple as that.
Yeah. It's
Did Orange Hat freeze for a minute?
Legend.
That's okay. We'll give him a chance. We'll just give him a chance.
Domo, Mr. Roboto, Domo.
We'll give him a chance. We'll give him a chance to come back. Yeah, he's just
stunning and
when I was on a stream with him for the Harry Potter movies, it was just really cool. He was just like compare and contrast stuff, but then he'd also bring in lore from like other movies and crap. So it's just amazing. Hopefully we can get him back. We'll give him a chance to get back. So let's see. Oh, favorite hashtag.
I would like to have
sell it in your store, dude.
I don't even think it's selling. I just think it's funny to see on shirts and stuff. Hail to Angelus, like he's a good guy, and we will eventually have to get him on too. And Runner already gave us a warning, so we're gonna have to cancel the show between May and April because that's when he turns 18. He's already given me the warning, so we'll just have to change your channel name, find a new place to hide out.
Okay, cool. We got him back. No worries, dude. Yep. No worries whatsoever. So, what genre of? Okay, so you were saying the channels that you were looking at in the fandom menace.
Yeah. It was Odin's channel. I found Mecha's.
Says Odin.
Jesse was the.
Uh-oh, did we lose him again?
I don't know, but he's staring at me intently, and those eyes are very, very
magnetic. I know he said Odin's channel. He said Mecha's channel. Okay, we'll give him a couple seconds to come back. But while we wait,
he can play a mannequin really good. I can say that right now. He's very like what?
Have you seen some people where they'll like stop talking on a stream and you swear that the screen froze and then they start talking again? I'm like, oh my gosh. I've seen that happen too. It was pretty.
If I move the 17-year-old orange hat over my head, does that count? I used to watch Mecha and I used to watch OMB and
I'd say it does.
No,
it does. Hey, Dave Bob. He says, hello, the Reina Creole, Steven, and Orange Hat. Here we go. We bring them back.
Yeah. Internet issues, folks. Sorry about that.
That's okay. Not a problem.
But yeah. Odin was the first. Mecha was the second. Jeremy was the third. Jesse was the fourth. And then it just cascaded on from there, and it's like these are people that are saying the same exact things that I have been saying, just without a platform. And one of the other things that I've noticed was it wasn't an echo chamber. It's like these people are also not saying the same things. That's why I like it even more, because I do like discourse. I do like civil discourse, because by having a difference of opinion, you can learn different things. And it is really great.
Absolutely. Sometimes when I've had discourse with people and they say something and I'm just like, I almost don't want to admit that I'm impressed by that point. But just to have that kind of banter, because that's how it used to be in fandom. It's like you would have these heated disagreements, but at the end of the day, we were all fans, and it was just like, no big deal. Let's go hang out. Did you freeze on us again? Okay. and you have McProper. I almost said, can you bring me some fries? Some fries and fries, because that's really the only thing we're getting at McDonald's.
Yeah. Can I say something quickly? Honestly, to those in the chat, once you're done here, I do suggest subbing and checking out some of Orange Hat's reviews videos, because I know he's having internet issues. But once you're done with that, can you give a hand and pop over to Paulie's channel? Because yesterday he invited a whole bunch of people on to share some Christmas memories, and he also had some live performances by a lot of people doing Christmas songs and the like. So if you have a chance, he actually deserves to get that video a little out, because the donations from that also help out another foundation. So I wanted to throw that
excellent. Yeah, I was sorry that I couldn't stay by that stream longer. Literally, I'm like watching and making notes for the Disney investor event, and then I had to go on to Mead like literally right away. So I wish I could have stayed longer, because it was just awesome. So definitely check out the replay of that on Paulie's stream, and definitely do subscribe. Definitely do subscribe.
That last title is a heartbreaker.
You know what? Because what I want Orange Hat to do, and thank you, 18 people watching. Yes, it was phenomenal. I was heartbroken that I could only stay five minutes. I'm like, crap, I gotta go. Okay, so before I get into this, yesterday Disney held their investor event. So full disclosure for people who don't know, I am a Disney stockholder. I've been a Disney stockholder for, I want to say, about 15 years or so. I bought right before they bought Marvel, and of course I had my stock before they bought Star Wars. So I've had it for quite some time. Only recently, with the crap going on with Star Wars, have I started paying more attention to what Disney does with respect to finances. Now, this investor event that they had, this is different from the earnings call, because in the earnings call, investors were asking questions and Disney was tap dancing around and not answering. And they say, okay, basically, pretty much wait until the investor event that we rescheduled, because it was supposed to be held a few weeks ago, and they pulled it, and they got caught with finding that it was pulled and no announcement was made. So they rescheduled this. So this investor event is for investors. So to quote Brie Cheese Larson, it's not made for you, the casual fan. It is made so investors do not start pulling their money out of Disney and sink the stock price. So a question, and when I say investors, not stockholders, because we only get to ask questions once a year, but investors like JP Morgan, UBS, all those other investment houses, their question about Star Wars has always been, what is your plan for this IP? And Iger could never give them a straight answer about it. What's your plan for Star Wars? The sequel trilogy didn't do so good at the box office. So what are you doing to mitigate that? They didn't have a plan. So apparently this is going to be their plan. So when the head of digital announced that they were going to throw out 10 Star Wars series, they said series at the time, over the next couple of years, I thought I didn't hear that right. But apparently further on in the presentation where they brought up Kathleen Kennedy, again, they're going for investors, not us regular people, because as regular people, you see Kathleen Kennedy walking out, and that's like seeing Voldemort come out on stage. We're just, no, we don't want to see her. So they brought her out to go through all of these Disney Plus offerings, except for this last one, which I know Orange Cat can't wait to get into.
Orange Cat?
I said Orange Hat.
No, you said Orange Cat.
I did.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Orange Hat. You know what I freaking
Is he
meant.
frozen again?
I think Yeah, I think he's frozen. But
he is a perfect mind.
But we'll bring him back. So let's see. I saw some quotes here. Soul Assassin, I was led to believe Disney was in the red. How do they have the cash for all these shows? Well, you know what? Honestly, they don't have to have all the cash for it right now. It's about the pitch. It's not about having the money on hand. For money on hand is pretty much, you got The Mandalorian here. You have the Obi-Wan Kenobi series that they've been trying to boot forever. And then let's see which one in here. Possibly The Bad Batch is another one because that's animation. So realistically, and pre-production for, I think this is the Leslie Headland one here. So pre-production and in production before they have going on right now. They're holding out the tin can to get the investors to put money in for the rest of these. So just keep in mind that this is blue sky stuff here. Just because they throw this up there does not mean they're all going to get done. Because yes, Disney is definitely in the red, which is why they laid off 32,000 people, but somehow gave the CFO an $11 million bonus. Yeah, exactly. How tone deaf can you be? Because the Disney of 20 years ago wouldn't have pulled some crap like that, but apparently that's different. Yes, Shadrazar, the same way they have the cash to lay off 32,000 people and pay McCarthy that $11 million bonus. Absolutely. Absolutely.
What
Not salary, but bonus. Yes, that's performance related. Exactly.
What also bothers me is the fact that they announced this and then they thought it was a brilliant idea to put her in the investors meeting. She's like, 50,000 people have been laid off so far, but I'm giving a bonus of 11 million.
Because they're not going to bring that up. It's like even in the earnings call, they didn't say anything about the cast members laid off. They don't tell you that it's bloggers and other folks donating money to food pantries so that the cast members can eat. Let's see, this is what I call show fronts announcements. That's all. Exactly. Yeah. So that's what I was talking about with Latino Slant. It's he's going to be right back. So yeah, it's a blue sky thing. It's to get people excited about parting with their money and not tanking the stock. So we all know about the Mandalorian. We all know about that. But the first two things that got announced were the spin-offs of The Mandalorian, and props to Culture Casino because he said, and a lot of us got this idea, that The Mandalorian is basically there to spin off more series. And you have Rangers of the New Republic and the Ahsoka Tano show. So Orange Hat, you want to opine?
Rangers, I'm guessing, has something to do with Cardoon. And I'm about to die out again. So sorry.
That's okay.
I have one question. Do you think that one of these shows might, if Boba Fett doesn't die, Boba Fett is going to be in one of these shows as a sub character to the main character?
I wouldn't put it past them. Boba Fett is the biggest member berry that they have. And it's lazy. They don't have to do a whole lot. They just have to mention Boba Fett. We automatically know who that is.
Yeah. When I saw the Rangers of the New Republic, like just the logo, the way it is, the way the color scheme is, it reminded me of Republic Commando they used to have on the consoles. And I'm thinking if it's going to be them picking up like ragtag, like old rebel fighters, but they're now all in this weird kind of sect that are just busting crime across the galaxy.
I look at this title and all I thought was, Star Wars version of Cops. Honestly,
that's what I think.
I mean, really, that's just popped into my mind. Let me get this quote real quick and this chat real quick, and then Orange Chat, I'll let you talk. Theme Park Casual says this image is the death pool chart for Star Wars shows. Yes, because we don't know which one is going to live, which one's going to get killed off. Any of that. Go ahead, Orange Hat.
So Rangers of the New Republic sounds like the Cardoon thing. And the Ahsoka one, I knew that they were going there because, let's face it, Dave Filoni loves his Ahsoka. I mean, folks, find a person who loves you like Dave Filoni loves Ahsoka. That's all I'm saying. Because we all knew that George was very much against Ahsoka getting Order 66. Where me, it's like, I could take her either way. She's kind of a good character, but she doesn't really fit, because I recently watched episode 3, Revenge of the Sith, the movie. And I'm like, I can't honestly see how any of Filoni Wars ties in. It just doesn't fit. They're not giving off any sort of indication that there was a person named Ahsoka. Genndy Tartakovsky's the 2003 Clone Wars. That works. Because they didn't introduce a new character that was integral to Anakin. And so this Ahsoka, hey, I like The Mandalorian. Full disclosure, I like The Mandalorian. I like how they are doing it. But as I say in my videos when I review The Mandalorian, I see it as a separate fan fiction. And that is what I see all of these are. Separate fan fictions. Because I can watch the movies and literally I do not see any connection to any of the stuff that was done 2008 and on. So while while it all sounds interesting to me, I will give it a chance. I will watch it, except for Acolyte and Lando, because the people behind those ones specifically.
I agree.
But the Andor one, I saw Rogue One. I liked it a little bit, but he's not a character that I really got interested in. So, yeah. I mean, Ahsoka, I had my gripes when I saw her in The Mandalorian. It's like, you made her look like she just came out of the Clone Wars, not Rebels. But they gave the reasons, which, you know what? I think are poor reasons. Honestly.
I think, because I didn't really watch Clone Wars, and I tried to watch it again, and it just didn't grab me. So I knew of Ashoka Tano, and from a purely superficial aspect, I like Rosario Dawson. So I'm more excited. I'm more looking at it as like a Rosario Dawson fan as opposed to a Star Wars fan, because I kind of, it's like I hear both sides of what's going on with the show. I'm just like, I just want to see Rosario Dawson, and we'll see. We'll see what happened. Andor can't carry a show. They're sure as heck gonna try. At least the here in the death pool we got going on. Honestly, I'm gonna keep this up and I'm gonna start Xing stuff out, as they get rid of it.
Touching on Rosario for a second though. Another full disclosure. I enjoyed her performance as Ahsoka. It was just
I did too.
The period look of Ahsoka that I kind of griped on. I mean, she did a phenomenal job. They're like, her eyes are blue, but if you don't want to wear contacts, you don't have. She's like, I'm gonna try the contacts, and she did it, and it worked. And I'm like, she carries the character of Ahsoka very well. Rosario Dawson is an excellent actress. She does a phenomenal job with most of the stuff that she has done. But yeah, this other stuff, Star Wars Visions, I'm like, okay, this is going to be a Force sensitive. Bad Batch is strictly from the Clone Wars season 7. Kenobi and the rematch that evil woman has talked about. How are you guys going to pull that off, Disney? Because I'm a Star Wars fan, have been since I was 2 years old. I remember every feeling, every word, every emotion I felt at 2 years old watching those movies. One thing that has always stuck with me because of how it was delivered, that line. When I left you, I was but the learner. Now I am the master. You're telling me that in between episodes 3 and episodes 4, Anakin or Vader and Obi-Wan fought? I'm sorry. It's like, you could try twisting that line in any way you want, but people are not, diehard fans are not going to buy it.
You know, you and Stephen had a good discussion backstage about this.
Yeah. I mean, I understand Stephen's point too. You can try selling that and turning that line into making it think something else because of what happened in episode 3, where, yes, Obi-Wan left Anakin, but Anakin left the Order when he was still calling Obi-Wan Master, even though he was still a knight. Mm-hmm. But the thing is, he left the Order. He left the Jedi. So yeah, when I left you, he wasn't just talking about Obi-Wan, period. He was talking about the Jedi Order.
Stephen, can you reiterate the point that I'm sorry, Ornstein, I didn't mean to cut you off.
That's all right. No.
Let him go. Stephen, can you just reiterate the point that you were making to Orange Hat when we were backstage?
So pretty much we were discussing, oh my God, it's blank in my mind too.
Because it all got centered around the so-called rematch of the century. And I know my point of view was, as far as I was concerned, the rematch happened on the Death Star in A New Hope. So where the heck are they going to get this from?
It has to be a vision. It has to be either a dream or a vision or something.
I'm trying to figure out where. But what were okay? I know we were talking about the rematch, but what was the line we were focusing on? Because that blanked on both of them.
When I left you, I was but the learner. Now I am the master. That one. When I left you, I was but the learner.
Okay, the thing, what I was saying is, if the battle for the third one, the third prequel, is that he left him. How did Darth leave him if Obi-Wan left him on the planet crippled and burnt? Yeah, Mustafar. Well, you know what I mean, though. So how is it Darth left him unless they're going to placate that one sentence and make it another match that was not in canon yet? So they're not only going to infect and invest a stupid plot point of something that was not already there, they're trying to say that one line gives the recourse to make up this scene and fight. And even though he left to Tatooine with the twins, if I'm correct, right after they were born to separate them. Mm-hmm. So there's no continuity with it.
And Disney did try reinterpretation with a couple lines like Yoda's "No, there is another" line. We all remember that when they were trying to refer to Rey as the I got a bad taste in my mouth.
Don't say that. But it's not Skywalker. Yeah. Not Skywalker.
I'm not ever going to call her that. She's a Palpatine. But the thing is, Anakin did leave. He left the Order. When I left you, he was basically saying not just personally Obi-Wan, but the Order, because he did leave the Order. He left it to be a Sith, and
he murdered the Order. What?
Exactly. Well, he didn't. Yeah, he murdered it, but he left it before he murdered it. So, I mean, it's just there's a lot of ways to interpret it, but he did leave that Order behind and then went to kill it because, well, he got a taste for bloodlust and Jedi bodies.
Are you sure it was bloodlust or the emotional scarring from the thinking of being betrayal that made him believe that everyone was against him?
Yeah, I mean, that is another way of looking at it too. I mean,
the attachment to Padme and the fact that he thinks that she was turned against him is also one of the reasons why he kind of lost his mind. Yes,
it's because, as Obi-Wan said in Return of the Jedi, what I told you is true from a certain point of view. And I think that is what they're going to play on as well from a certain point of view. And it's like, well, if you gotta make this crap, at least make it good. Don't push any unnecessary nonsense in it. Just make it a visual spectacle. I mean, Star Wars should never be something that you turn your brain off and watch. It never should be that. Sadly, in my own opinion, I want to clarify that. In my own opinion, that is what Disney Star Wars is. It's something that you can turn your brain off and watch. And that's the only way I'm enjoying The Mandalorian, because it's
I agree.
There are so many lore discrepancies that I mean, me, OG, and Stig all agree on. lots of discrepancies, especially when it comes to the sand people. But
yeah. Yeah, I know, because I had a discussion with OG, and I'm like, and why isn't? And she was just like, explained it.
She's great. She knows her stuff. What's the
yeah,
droid story? What's
this one?
Tell me it's not a gong
one that kind of pissed me off. They did not say. They didn't say if it was a cartoon or not. However, what I didn't like about it is that she said, "Oh, well, we're going to have a new hero emerge, and with them will be R2 and 3PO." And I'm like, wait a minute. I'm just like, so you're going to relegate them to the back for this particular storyline?
The way it sounds is like they're going to be going into the droid cartoon universe, in my opinion, because those are the only other heroes that aren't well known by most fans, and they're going to try to play off that story. And if it's not going to be Jet Jaren and the heroes that they met in the cartoons, they're going to make some other brave and stunning, I don't give a crap who you are, Palpatine style player. And then it's just going to make more word vomit called Star Wars. That is my opinion.
I thought about the cartoon too, but they didn't say anything about a cartoon with this one.
So I'm not saying it is a cartoon. I'm saying they're taking it from the cartoon.
The droid story, I think, is Taika Waititi's work, or is the one that Taika Waititi's doing.
They didn't say. Taika Waititi, he may be involved with it, but I know in the presentation they were more focused on him working on the unnamed movie that's going to be a fresh take on the Star Wars movie. Hey Amber, how you doing? She says, "Hey, I am working and working. How are you, my dear?"
Good to see you.
Yeah, Willow, I remember seeing the first movie years ago.
I love the first movie.
Enjoying it. I don't want freaking Disney to touch it, but
I don't either.
I hope it goes first in the Deadpool. I really do. But then there's this last one here. And for those who do not know, the director attached to this is Patty Jenkins, aka the person who directed the first Wonder Woman movie and Wonder Woman 1984. Now, Rogue, and the Orange Hat, I know you have been eager to talk about your opinion about this. Did he freeze on us, or is he just like thinking?
Oh yes, I do like him. I will give my thoughts on Lando though quickly. Lando supposedly is going to be the story of galaxy-wide toasters that have all been touched inappropriately, and they all come together to fight the evil Pando that is Lando.
Well, to add some color to that for some people who don't know, literally, the person attached to that is the person responsible for being involved with the Netflix series, I think, Dear White People. So that's one thing.
Yeah.
The acolyte, I believe that is Leslie Headland.
Leslie the Chin Headland.
Can we rename that the Acolyte then?
Why not?
Yeah.
I say redo that one and call it that. But these two just freaking no. Just no. But Rogue Squadron. This was one where I heard of the book. I didn't read it. I heard about it.
Yeah, there's a video game too, so it's like very odd because they would there was discussion yesterday, and it makes sense for Rogue Squadron. You need to have at least Wedge and Luke. Am I correct in this? Yeah. So is this Rogue Squadron after
this? Is going to be Disney Rogue Squadron.
Okay. So hold on 1 second. Theme Park Casual, when we ask, it's always toasters when people talk about Lando. Why is that? Because apparently droids turn him on.
Oh, yeah. He loves that.
Anyway, I'm sorry. Go ahead, Orange Head.
I agree.
Uh-oh, he froze again. My impression is that he was none too pleased about Rogue Squadron.
Oh, because
I know for some people they're just not. They really do not trust that they are going to do the EU novel justice.
They don't. The EU doesn't exist to them. They're making their own universe and nitpicking the stuff they want out of those universes. So no matter what we say as fans, whether we love the EU Legends books, it don't matter. Disney's going to take whatever they want because they already says it doesn't exist. So their canon doesn't exist unless we need it.
Well, here's the interesting thing. Remember when they kept telling us, or what Kathleen Kennedy kept telling us,
I
is
don't
that
listen
there
to her.
wasn't any source material. We don't have any source material. Yes, you do. You just didn't want to look at it, and in your own hubris thought that you could do better. And when you didn't do better, now you're going back and mining not only the EU, but you're mining KOTOR as well to come up with stuff.
Yeah, that's a sin.
The show they're
I
spinning.
heard that.
You're right.
Sorry. I heard that Master Chief from Halo is also going to make an appearance in all of these movies, and it's going to have no relation to Star Wars, but that's always a chance.
Yeah. But as I was saying about Billy D. Williams, he said it best. They should not focus on that kind of element in Star Wars, or a sexual element, because yes, Padme and Anakin had kids. Pretty much everybody knows how kids are made nowadays.
Really?
Do we really need? Do we really need to?
Look at his face. That's so red.
Do we need to actually?
Here, when a droid loves another droid, you open up the hard drive and you just insert your disc. There, I did it very properly.
But yes, Billy D actually said it best. We don't really need to focus on that element because it's not an essential element to Star Wars. It never is important because Star Wars should be about it is a family thing, kids and adults. It should never have sexual themes in it.
Unless it's the Christmas special from the 7th.
I still have not seen that Lego thing yet.
I did, and honestly,
don't.
I would rather watch Richard Simmons recite Edgar Allan Poe than watch that again.
I would say that if you want to just watch it and just focus on the Lego aspects, do not focus on the Star Wars aspect. Mary's Game Room, she says, this is a good comment. I feel that is way too many Star Wars series for Disney to get it right. Again, they are picking things to throw at the wall and see what sticks. Again, this is blue sky, and this is the audience, the investors who just want a warm fuzzy of, oh, okay, I think you guys seem to know what you're doing. But as consumers, we're just like, how are you gonna? They can't even keep the Mandalorian consistent. They're not seasons 1 through 3 of Game of Thrones consistent yet. That's my benchmark. If you can do something that consistent for that many years, never mind the series went to crap in season 7 and 8, but the story writing and the show running was top notch for Game of Thrones for like seasons 1 through 4. And we're not seeing that kind of consistency yet from The Mandalorian. We're not seeing it as much as I absolutely love the recent episodes.
Yes.
It's not show running as consistent.
I haven't seen any consistency from Disney at all, to be 100% honest.
Exactly. They can't even keep their own canon straight.
I would also like to state one thing kind of related to everything. Like I was in the chat in here, we already know this, but this is all just opinion, right? You can like these series or have hopes for these things. We're not going to hold it against you. Never ever feel like what you're watching, like especially when it comes to panels and shows, that worth saying you're also bad people or stupid. You can have enjoyment or hope in any of these titles, but for most of us, the emotional attachment is we can't put effort or faith into a show title because every time we've done this, it's just been another slap in the face. And I think we're trying to hold ourselves on reserve until we get more information. So don't take it as us harping on them as, Star Wars is dead.
That's a good point, Stephen, because it's more of like a wait and see attitude when it comes to this type of thing. So it's like, if you love it, that's great. If you don't love it, that's fine. My only thing is, don't just say you hate something and you can't give a reason. It's just
we all hate Catherine.
The way I see,
we all hate Catherine, right? Is he frozen in high five? Oh, damn!
The way I see it. The way I see it is, a lot of us who do harp on it, who do give harsh criticisms, it's because we love it so much that we want it to be exactly what it's like when we were kids. We want it to remain that magical. We want it to remain that good. That is why we give the criticisms that we do. It's
wanna
because
pass off
we
our
want it
heroes.
to still, yes,
We want to pass up
we
our heroes,
want
especially
that
when we have kids and
back.
families.
We
We
want-
want them to see. Yeah.
Right.
Sorry.
exactly. That's why some of us are very
Adamant.
harsh with our criticisms. It's because we want to have that level so to carry on, because back then it was very, very good. It's aged well. We just want, or what we have seen under Disney, it doesn't feel like it's up to that same level. And yes, they have tried. Yes, with The Mandalorian, they're a few rungs below what the movies and prequel and sequels have done. I will actually give that honest criticism there. But it doesn't, or it's getting closer to that feeling. Yes, I still see it as a fan fiction, but it's a very good fan fiction. Now, if anybody disagrees with me, that is absolutely fine. That is your God-given right. I will not take that away from anyone. But yeah.
Hey, Chris Perza. She says, I can say we had a Droids animated series in the 80s along with the Ewoks. Yes, I remember that. That was never good to begin with, let alone a new take on it when Kathleen Kennedy might still be in the shadows blowing strings.
Yeah, that's what I was saying, though, that they were trying to pull the stories from, and that's where they'll probably, if they do decide to go from there and take the characters from there, they'll probably switch their genitals and say it's a whole new IP, and it's not going to.
Well, I'm going to add just one more thing to keep in mind, especially when it comes to Disney. Disney can't even be consistent with their own storytelling.
No, they can't.
Disney has fallen way, way down with respect to telling their own stories. Because back in the day, they were about storytelling, and the CEO was full on board with storytelling, not only just on screen, but also in the parks. Now you have Iger, who's a merchandise guy, and the only thing he's thinking of is, let's do the stuff so we can pump out merchandise. As pertains all the Baby Yoda stuff that's out there, Baby GoPro that's out there, and the $50 macaroons. You've got to be freaking kidding me. But it's interesting that, first of all, thank you to 20 people watching. The Valkyries must have ended the stream. So glad you guys are here. Orange Hat Reviews is our guest. But something else that we were talking about backstage, for as much of a downer as Disney is with Star Wars, and it kind of was cut into how much we love Star Wars. Amazing how a trailer for Cobra Kai brings back that like exciting feeling that you used to have when something new from Star Wars was coming out. And it's just like the storytelling that we used to get in Star Wars. It's like, and now it just seems Cobra Kai is doing it. Have you guys seen this trailer yet?
I have not, because I wanted to save it because everything seemed to come out yesterday, and I'm trying to. They
did, including your girl. I put something out there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to have to stop and start this a whole heck of a lot, because we might run over a little bit. In a beach. Here's Johnny.
A far off galaxy. I thought Johnny falls off a beach.
But I failed you.
Can I just say that whole fight scene in the school was crazy?
It was sad.
It was awesome.
No, I'm not. No. I'm not saying sad is bad. It was just sad.
Oh no, I get that too.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, it was tragic that it happened.
Got beat up by a rooster.
Straco says, hello, beautiful. Hope you and Steven are doing well. We're doing good. We're about to get real happy breaking down this trailer here. But yes, it was awesome and sad at the same time.
Yeah, it's like when I saw that, full transparency, when I saw how this fight started, when what's the girl?
Chicken Boy. What is it? Oh, okay.
The girl that his daughter fought.
Oh, I'm forgetting her name. The klepto. Go ahead.
Yeah, Haley, I think it is. Yeah, I think it's Haley. When she came into the school and just rips the dude's microphone out of his, you're mine, B word, and I'm like, gosh, this just screams that everybody should get out of the school like right now. It's
about to go down.
Yeah, I mean, it almost. Yet I don't want to make this comparison lightly, and I don't make it at all in any diminishment whatsoever. It felt like the kind of seriousness that a shooting would kind of bring.
Whoa.
Yeah, I know, but I'm not.
Agree.
Whoa.
I would have to agree.
Because she came in there with a declaration of war, basically. She went in there with full intent of harm. And I'm not, now, again, I'm not saying that to diminish anything that has happened in the many years that stuff has happened. Her intent, she went in there to harm. She went in there without care. So it had that kind of seriousness to it. And the fight that ensued, yes, it's a very visual spectacle. It was very good. Well choreographed. This is something that a lot of reviewers like myself and many others all agreed upon. This was one of the best choreographed fight scenes we have seen in a show. Movies have great fight scenes and sometimes even poor choreography.
Yeah.
Choreography.
Choreography. That's what's funny though, because I didn't mean to put in quickly, but you notice how this has had better fighting scenes than any of the Mortal Kombat series?
Yes. I mean,
and Street Fighter too. Like if you look at like even the anime, and they have a lot of like a lot of free bounds when it comes to like anime cartoons or fighting. But this was like watching Street Fighter in your school.
I'm gonna go.
This was raw.
That killed me right there.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, that killed me.
You got sauce.
That our Spider reviews.
You want Cobra Kai? It's your
that.
Now
that
Kreese coming back.
Yeah, Kreese.
I
knew when he came back, I knew exactly what was going to happen because I didn't catch this when it launched on YouTube. I caught this on Netflix, and I'm like, if Kreese is coming back, there's only one thing he's coming back to do, and that is to retake Cobra Kai.
And the way he set it up to take over was just
Palpatine level.
It was. Hey, Project Storytime. Yeah, it was, and just
he manipulated it perfectly. He knew, he observed, he knew what to do, and he did it.
The trouble was because of us.
Now he's got a point.
Yeah,
he's got a point. So it was. I like how they led off with that. Because some people tend to forget with this show, there's that rivalry that's going on between Johnny and Daniel. And it used to be that Daniel was the good guy and Johnny was the asshat. But it's completely flipped. But that rivalry is still there. And it spills into everything. And at the end of this, it's just like there's collateral damage now that you have going on.
Because it spilled over to the next generation. And funny thing, William Zabka, Johnny, when he heard the launch for Cobra Kai, he's like, that won't work. Where Johnny is still sour and after all these years. And I even touched on this when I reviewed Cobra Kai season 1. It's like, it's a good show. Don't get me wrong. But the launch premise of where Johnny is sour even after all these years, even William Zabka admits that doesn't work because of the ending of Karate Kid 1. He let go. He accepted his loss. He handed Daniel the trophy. He's like, you did all right, LaRusso. You're the best. He knew that he did his best. And it was further explained in the second movie. But it is still a great show. Now, yes, I do see it as a worthy continuation. But the premise was kind of on a very shaky logic. but it still works. It was kind of a 50-50. It's like maybe with the wrong influences and whatnot, he could tilt to still being resentful.
Because I know for me, because I hadn't seen The Karate Kid in a while, what you just explained to me, that didn't occur to me. It's just like I immediately bought into the fact that Johnny's just pissed off and angry. So that's interesting. So if I probably had seen the Karate Kid movies before I started watching this series, I would have the same reaction that you did. But for those of us who hadn't seen it, we were like, oh yeah, Johnny's still salty. Okay.
You can't let them suffer our issues.
The
only way to end this is by working together. So, what do you say?
So first of all, two things. One, I'm glad Miguel has his eyes open and he's breathing.
Yeah.
The second one, having Johnny and Daniel work together, that's going to be interesting because can they
they can.
Kids out?
They can.
You can. If you remember the car scene, I'm gonna butt in now because I've been quiet. But if you remember the car scene when they were actually starting to relate to when it came to the music and stuff, they started having a connection. So they are similar in a way. They're just from two different upbringings, but they both have the same common enemy. So the enemy of my enemy will still be my friend, but they can still be friends because they're no longer in high school. They can still become adults because it's not just them on the line. It's the kids that they have now had a presence on. So they have to be the role models so the kids don't become this repetitive cycle of what the Karate Kid movies gave us.
So here's my devil's advocate thing.
Nope.
I hope that they can, because if they don't,
they will.
How much worse is this going to get?
It's going to spill over to jail time for everybody, basically.
So
season 4 at least.
The stakes are high, so it's that interesting thing where it's like, okay, it's great, we're all working together. It's like the alliance is great, but can you keep it? So I think that's another thing that we're gonna.
It's a fragile alliance.
Exactly.
But you can't just look at it that way. You can also look at it as that Johnny and both Daniel, they're rivals. They're not enemies. I maybe used the wrong term. So rivals are still friends in a way because you're always trying to get better than the other person, but you're not trying to destroy them. You're trying to get the respect from them.
I would use the term frenemy in a way, because I don't think that rival to me indicates a fundamental level of respect, and I don't think they're quite there yet. I think they're on their way, but I don't think they're quite there yet. But I totally get your point, Stephen. Exactly where you're going.
We'll just go back to being sad.
And you're the villain.
I love Kreese.
Look at Kreese. There is no bad, only weak or strong.
One or the other. So that's interesting with Kreese. He's speaking in absolutes.
Because that's all he knows is absolutes. That's why he's getting kids to fight his battles, because his hands are still messed up, because he hasn't learned the one thing he can't get over, his own ego, because his own relevance is no longer in a world that needs him. My opinion.
Yeah. Kreese, he's a sum of his experiences. That's the best way to put it.
But I don't feel sorry for him, though. He's still going on. That's the problem.
I don't either.
He's the villain. He's a typical good villain.
Yeah.
Because he can't get off over himself to see what he's doing, because he doesn't care.
Exactly. He's the sum of his experiences, and he's only known resentment. I would say he's actually irredeemable, and his character is irredeemable.
I believe that if the series does go into season 4, it might end in the fall of his life, because something might happen. I'm not saying someone will take it. I think something will happen because of a fight. So either his life will end up behind bars, or his life will end due to circumstantial. And then the next person I can see coming in, if he's still alive, is from the third movie with the ponytail guy who tried to sway Daniel. I don't
even remember that one.
Yeah, it was really bad. It was like watching Rudy trying to look badass.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Cops, right?
They're like, we don't have to be cops to kick ass. I did like the Tango and Cash reference. I
Yeah.
did like that. That was
Same here.
That was a fun movie. That was fun. So here's the spike. What are okay? I was gonna say okay. It's not Juby.
We try to be.
Oh yeah, he's in
One thing I
Juby.
do know for sure. You can't run away from your problems.
And that's a good point that he makes with that. And it's a shame how refreshing that is
Mm-hmm.
to hear that being made in a show.
Yeah.
I think they went to IKEA too much because I have all of those dividers in the back.
I'm sorry, they went what?
A little too much IKEA. You see the little paper dividers they have with the black trim and the little white rectangles?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Those are all from IKEA.
Those were not, or those were way before IKEA.
Can I
know,
just
but they're from IKEA. I'm just
can I just say IKEA has dressed more sets than I've ever seen. I'll watch a movie or a TV show and I'll be like, oh yeah, that's an IKEA. That's an IKEA. Yeah. Yeah. They regularly rate IKEA and yard sales for set dressing.
That might never be. Never, can't. Those are just words. They're meaningless. You're not a kid.
So I like the fact that he just said, can't is not in your.
The only thing that might ruin this for me is if they do decide to try to solve the differences and pull the Miyagi back in a tournament because they're banned from the tournament, aren't
Pretty
they?
much. No, they.
No,
Cobra Kai still won
Mhm.
in season 1, so they're not banned.
Mm-mm.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, they got that overturned. Hey, Keely Chow. And it was cool because you had Daniel who was hell bent and doing everything to keep them banned.
Yep, he was on that.
Johnny thought they weren't going to be able to pull it out. He's just kind of like, okay, I have to suck it up, not be an a-hole. Oh, no problem. He's like, I kind of have to. And that was one of the things that I liked. He's like, he had to think about the kids in the dojo more than his own ego to keep it going. So I didn't think he was going to pull it out. So I was surprised when they stated him.
Yeah.
Well, context.
Phrasing.
I gave it context.
Phrasing.
I need that up.
The world isn't just going to hand it to you.
And I like that thing about the world is not just going to hand it to you because I'm tired of the participation
That was a
trophy thing going on.
I think that was kind of like a subtle hint to be like, look, stop being like everyone else. You have to work for your stuff. So I think it kind of is like, yeah, I like that. Sorry.
I like that. Yes, Kickstart 2021. I got him.
You want something, you have to crawl across the floor. Use your damn teeth if you have to.
I like that. Basically telling you have to do everything that you have to do. How bad do you want this?
Yep.
How bad do you want not coddling at all? Just how bad do you want this?
I really like how they're using a rock and roll version of Auld Lang Syne.
Yeah.
I mean, it just tells you this is coming New Year's.
And so many people have been like, when is this coming out? When are we getting season 3? When are we getting season 3? And they're like, oh, we shot it. We're going to get it. Going to get it ready. Can I Indiegogo instead? Yes, please. Smash the like button, y'all. Yeah, it's just, I am so excited about this.
It's the only thing I'm excited about.
And yeah, Orange Hat, just like you were saying, just having the rock version of Auld Lang Syne come out, it's subconsciously telling you, yeah, it's coming out after New Year's.
Yep.
Keep an eye out.
I think it's coming out New Year's Day.
Is it?
I think so.
Find out.
I'm always going to be right here next to you.
Was that a that was I hope that was a soda keg and not a beer keg.
I know, right?
I'll always be your teacher. Oh shit.
He knew that was going to happen.
Yeah. No. Oh shit. Get back up.
Get in here before your mom. Get in here before your mom comes in here. Get
My mom will kick your ass. Yeah.
Yeah.
But
I just love how he says,
Orchid.
"Oh shit." I just love how he's like, "Oh shit."
It's
just like so deadpan. Oh shit.
Because he was seeing the future backhand from the mom. That's pretty much what. The grandma's a lot cooler.
Yeah, because he's trying to get in with mom. Mom's kind of just like, I don't like this toxic basket. Grandma's like, it's good for him.
Yeah.
She's like,
Does he want him to play backgammon the rest of his life? Come on.
I know, right?
I love the fact that they do that with this show. It's like you see the generational difference. It's like the older generation, they're just like, what? This is good for him. He gets his butt kicked, so what? Learn how to fight, get back up and keep going. And their kids are kind of like, well, maybe they shouldn't fight like that. And the kids are kind of like, you know what? I need something. I need something to center myself. I need something to express myself. This is something I want to get into, and it's not bad because you don't like it.
It's all right. You felt like a champ.
You felt like a champ. Now get back up like a champ.
Went out swinging.
Mr. Miyagi taught me everything you knew.
Let us find out.
Wait, was that Kumiko?
Yes, that was Kimiko.
And this is the guy.
And that's Chosen.
God, you just disgraced my honor again. He's like, he doesn't even freaking know what honor is. Okay.
Wait, but didn't she go off to ballerina school and that storyline was done?
Basically, yeah. She started her own chain of schools.
She's gonna come back. Hi, I'm gonna teach you how to use the drum.
I think they're going to Japan.
Yep. They're going to Okinawa.
No, I don't think they're going. I don't think they're going. But Okinawa was being totaled by the airbase, wasn't it? What if they're coming there?
That was Toby Village.
Okay, I'm just saying.
But yeah,
it was actually a drawing.
I thought that I had heard they did some shooting in Japan, so that's why I brought that up. That's why I brought. I mean,
having Chosen, if Chosen is coming back, if Chosen is indeed coming back, oh my gosh, this is definitely going to be something it's like, oh my god, because those two fought to the death.
Mm-hmm.
There's either going to be a lot of resentment or Chosen actually redeemed.
I don't think they would have another resentment with that because that'd be two different enemies and they already have the Johnny thing to get over that. But they would not put another character tribulation like that and make it double for Daniel because it isn't about Daniel. What I think is going to happen is they did work stuff out. We're going to get a flashback and probably Kimiko and him are there to teach the opposite side the stuff that Miyagi is not there to teach his daughter.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And
it might be an ice break scene. Any money.
Yeah. I mean, I'm looking forward to seeing Daniel versus Chosen again because they do show that they actually do a little bit of a fight scene in it. I am seriously looking forward to that.
But what if it's just training in his father's dojo?
Yeah, it's basically just training. He's not there to harm him. He's there to teach him.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm seriously excited about this season. I really am looking forward to it.
I've seen this trailer so many times. Just like I just get more and more and more excited every time. Okay, whose wedding is this?
That's not a wedding. I'm thinking that's a school dance.
Oh, okay.
If you look to it could be. Could be
Christmas tree.
No, it's a Christmas thing. Yeah, because.
Oh, okay.
But it could also. It might be that did they have a Christmas dance? I know there was a Halloween dance. Maybe they're just playing off.
They had I can't remember what the dance was, but it was a school dance, and
I forget what
shades of the very first Karate Kid.
Because they had a Halloween dance. Because
it was Halloween dance. That's right.
For some reason, I thought it was a wedding. Because remember, at the end of the season finale, I think earlier during that last episode, Johnny sent his old girlfriend a Facebook
request. Yes, friend request.
And at the end, when he threw the phone in the sand, and then they showed it, and it came up, friend request accepted. So that's probably why I thought it was a wedding. But yeah, so it is coming up on Netflix January 1st. I can't wait. It's like I used to be excited about Star Wars that way when I saw a trailer for a Star Wars movie. And
yeah,
they don't.
I see the Star Wars stuff and it's like, okay. I see the Karate Kid and I'm like, Chosen! It's like, oh my God, they're bringing it back.
I have never seen, so many people, the reviews of the trailer, people were just, just flying out. It was crazy how many of them were coming up, how much chatter was going on about it. Also, full disclosure, another reason I want to talk about Cobra Kai is because the creator of Cobra Kai follows me on Twitter.
Nice.
He started following me on Twitter because I binged like both seasons within a couple of days, and I kept posting about it, like, holy crap, this is awesome. And then he started following me on Twitter. I'm like, wow.
Nice.
I'm like,
I got some followers, or I got some interesting followers too, but that's not for a lunch table.
We can talk about it later.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm so excited about it. And Orange Head, I am so glad that you joined us. You have an open invitation to come back anytime. Ping Fat Steven, ping me. This is basically folks to just drop in and just have a good time talking about the stuff
That's the time.
Yeah.
Hold on one second. This is a slow time, though, for anyone in the chat and future guests. If you would like a booking or would like to be on a future show, my DMs are open. You got to send Fat Steven the message. Gatekeeper powers right there. And I'm going to call it right there live on the show. And I do want Orange Hat back after Cobra Kai with better internet so we can get a full review without you playing the frozen statue, which was awesome today. I loved it. Very, very, very good at being frozen.
Yeah. Thank you.
You're welcome. How does a droid make another droid, though? I'm still waiting for that answer.
Oh Lord, I don't want to know. I want that to be a mystery.
Yeah.
I want it to be a mystery.
I'm sorry.
Thank you so much for hanging out with us.
Very welcome.
It's just awesome. Please share the live stream. Again, subscribe to Orange Hat Reviews if you have not. Orange Hat, do you have anything coming up that you'd like the people to know about?
I got my Underworld Awakening stream tonight at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard. I am going to also do an unboxing at the beginning of that stream because I got something that's really cool that I decided to spoil myself for Christmas. After the... No, I wish it was. But as for the next round of discussion streams, it's going to be the Rambo series.
Ooh.
Nice.
So, Lorena, because I'm actually on here, have you seen the Rambo movies?
I have. It's been a long time, but I would love to go back and watch it again because Rambo is one of my favorite action characters. Absolutely. Absolutely.
I have not seen one Rambo movie.
If you want to be on the panel, because it's going to be in New Year, or it's going to be during the New Year, because the last Underworld discussion is Christmas weekend. So if you want in on the Rambo discussions, let me know, and I'll definitely fit you in on the panel.
Okay, definitely. I will definitely get back to you about that. That'd be cool because I have not seen the Rambo movies in quite some time. This would be great.
Yeah.
Well, folks, subscribe to Orange Hat Reviews. If you have not, please do check out his channel. Awesome content. Follow him on Twitter. Those links are in the description box of the video. Follow and subscribe to Fat Steven and myself. Again, thank you guys so much for being with us during the stream. If you're watching the replay, thank you so much for watching the replay. We appreciate it. Take care, and we'll see you next time. Bye.
Stay humble, folks.